Hello friends, my name is Kamil Khan Ajmal Khan. I'm from Hello friends, I'm Kamil Khan from PCA Science Department, Abid Namdar Senior College. Today we will discuss the subject Angular JavaScript and we'll cover the topics what is AngularJS, why AngularJS, features of AngularJS, model view controller, why MVC matters, MVC the AngularJS way, and the first application of AngularJS. As we know that AngularJS is popular open source framework developed by Google that simplifies the process of building web applications. It provides an comprehensive toolkit empowering developers to create robust, responsive, and interactive user interfaces with AngularJS. You can efficiently handle data binding, routing, dependency injection, and much more. What is AngularJS? As a definition, we'll discuss AngularJS is an open source JavaScript framework developed by Google for building and web applications. We can create web applications using the AngularJS. It uses declarative programming to create dynamic web pages. It enables developers to build single page applications with the modular approaches. Why we need AngularJS? Well, AngularJS version 1.x has been largely surpassed by newer versions of Angular and other modern front-end frameworks. There could be still be specific scenarios where developers or organizations might have reasons to prefer using AngularJS. Some of the reasons include legacy projects. Some organizations may have existing applications built with AngularJS and may prefer to continue using it for maintenance and support purpose rather than investing resources in a full migration to a newer framework. Familiarity and expertise. Developers who are already proficient in AngularJS may choose to stick with it for new projects, leverage their existing knowledge and skills, especially for new projects requires can be effectively met using AngularJS. Features of AngularJS. First is two-way data binding. One of the core features of AngularJS is its two-way data binding, which means that any changes made to the user interface automatically update the underlying data model and vice versa. This helps keeps the UI and data in sync without requiring explicit code to update the few directives. Second one is AngularJS uses HTML directives to extend the functionality of HTML elements. These directives allow developers to create reusable components, handle events, manipulate the DOM, and bind data to the UI, making it easier to manage complex interactions and behaviors. MVC architectures. AngularJS follows the model view controller architectural pattern. The model represents the data and logic, and the view represents the user interface, and the controller acts as an intermediary that handles user input and updates the model and view accordingly. Dependency injections. AngularJS supports dependency injection, allowing developers to declare the dependencies their components need explicitly. This makes the code more modular, testable, and maintainable. Routing. AngularJS provides built-in support for client-side routing, enabling developers to create SPAs with multiple views and navigation between them without having to reload the entire page. Next is testing support. AngularJS comes with a set of tools and utilities that facilitate unit testing, making it easier to write and run tests for your applications. Extensibility. Developers can extend AngularJS capabilities by creating custom directives, filters, and services, tailoring the framework to specific project needs. Next, Model View Controller (MVC) architecture. Model, view, and controller. Model represents the data and the business logic, where we are writing all the logic inside the model. View that handles the presentation layer and user interactions. Whereas controller acts as an intermediary between the model and the view, handling user actions and updating the model. Benefits of MVC. As we know that the model view controller having the different the directory structures. On the basis of that, we the each component has a specific role promoting to code organization maintainability. We can easily maintain the code as well as organize code. Code reusability. Components can be reused across the different parts of an application. After that, why MVC matters? Because uh, MVC separates different aspects of the application, making it easier to manage and understand. Where we maintain controller, model, and view in different uh, folders. Collaboration between the different team members can work on different components simultaneously. Testability. MVC promotes unit testing by separating the business logic from the presentation layer. MVC, the Angular JS way. Angular JS and MVC not much more different. We can add Angular JS with the model represents the application's data and business logic. The view layer in Angular JS is defined using HTML templates and directives. And whereas Angular JS uses controllers and handle user interactions, update the model and manipulate the view. Uh, with To create an application, first of all we have to set up the AngularJS environment, define the model and its properties, create the view using HTML templates and directives, implement the controller to handle user interactions and update the model, and test and run the AngularJS applications. Here is the basic code. Talked up HTML. We are adding HTML ng app and my app. Ng app directive defines the root of the AngularJS application, indicating that the app is using the module named MyApp. Whereas ng-controller directive attach the controller to the specific portion of an HTML divided by the ng-controller. And from the input type, we have an ng model. The ng model directive creates two-way data binding between the input field and the name variable in the AngularJS controller. Next, from the curly braces, there is a variable name are used to display the value of the name variable in the paragraph element. The value will be automatically updated whenever the name variable changes. Last one, the ng-click directive associate the change name function with the uh, click event of the change name button. For Angular JavaScript, we have to specifically mention the CDN files, whatever the AngularJS files and app.js files. Conclusion of this overall session, the first chapter of this uh, TYBCA syllabus, AngularJS. Angular JavaScript is a powerful JavaScript framework for building dynamic web applications. It offers features like two-way data binding, dependency injections, and modular architecture. By following the MVC pattern, AngularJS promotes code organization, maintainability, and testability. With its user-friendly approach, AngularJS is an excellent choice for developing robust web applications. If you have any questions, you can comment uh, in comment box. Thank you so much.